you told many times, like, so now yesterday Ravindra was explaining his experiences, and um, he said that he went into this Nirodha Samapati after a few days of all this happiness and prasannas and everything which was happening. So then he he also said that he know that this Kamachanda and Jabata um, is gone or reduced a lot, and um, he was no, usually also he was not an angry person or anything. So maybe Yabada was weak already. But the thing is that, from that Samapati experience, he knows that he's Anāgami, because these two fetters have gone. But I just want to know how he knew that before, because Buddha's teaching is a gradual experience, how he knew that he was a Sotapanna and a Sakadagami before.
Nice question, Bobby. So this is what we need to know. Actually, that is the reason I keep on forcing people to know where they are. If you say it's a gradual training, you're absolutely right. It's a gradual training. And hence, Buddha spent a lot of time in explaining who is a Sotapanna. If you see the maximum amount of information which is there on Sutta is on Sotapanna. If I have a doubt that I'm not a Sotapanna, then it becomes a question mark when I say I've reached Anāgami. Because without Sotapanna, nobody can reach into Nirodha Samapatti. And you would know that you have reached Nirodha Samapatti. It's not that something you will not know. Whether it is Shainiel or Ravindra or me or anyone, including you, Bobby. If you still have this misconception or not really clear whether you are a Sotapanna or not, but you will, when you attain Nirodha Samapatti, you would know you have achieved it. So it's always better to know where you are, just like we have a roadmap or we have a milestone, we have a name of a city, something like that, just to make sure that we have a symbol. So you need to know, yes, I am a Sotapanna, for sure. It's not somebody should come and tell us that you are a Sotapanna. Yes, Bobby, go ahead.
Yeah, because see, I think you explained to me that very clearly, and also I was convinced with the suttas, what he said, and what is Sotapanna. But what is my question is that, because now we have at least, Shainiel and Ravindra, and you are there, just to confirm that his state is there. So what I understand from suttas and, now Ravindra also, said that his Kamachanda and Jabata is gone. So that means he is an Anāgami. So he also didn't experience this Nirodha Samapati before. Like, like to confirm that he is a Sotapanna, or whenever he attained this Nirodha Samapati and Sanya, where there was, that state of state, he knew that he is an Anāgami. So when you have to have this Sotapanna and Sakadagami state, whenever that happens, do we need to have this Nirodha Samapati experience?
No.
Also,
So,
like, no. Okay, so that's what he told me before. But
yes.
from Shainiel and the people, what I understand, he got Nirodha Samapati, that experience, when he attained Sotapanna also, and even Sakadagami also. That's
Correct.
what he told me.
Correct. So let me clarify. So in fact, today he's not there. So that's the reason I told that it'll take few months for this to settle down. But anyway, since this question has been asked, what you would get at Sotapanna is Nirodha, which will take you to Nibbana, not Nirodha Samapatti or Sanya Vedita Nirodha. Okay, so let me explain what really happens to a person either through a Saddhanusari or a follower of by faith or Dhammanusari, follower by wisdom. Let me explain in brief. I don't know how far I can satisfy that. But anyway, let's say you go to a place. Now, Bobby, you are, I think you're near swimming pool or something. I think a lot of people are playing. Now, for a second,
Yes.
yeah, for a second, when you're watching them swimming, you get to see there is no difference between the water, okay, and the people who are playing, and each person is the same. There is no difference between the people who are playing in that, um, what we can say, in that pool, and you, who is the onlooker. You find there is no difference between both of you. For that moment, the sankharas are stopped. So, how did it stop? There are two ways it can stop. Number one way is that the sila is so strong that you can penetrate through the reality. That is, you lose the person. There's nothing called as a person. The self view is gone. And because the self view is gone, it cuts off the other two fetters. That is the doubt and the sila bitta paramasa. And then you, for that moment, have attained nibbana as opposed to sanya vedita nirodha. Now, what is this nibbana and what is this sanya vedita nirodha? If somebody were to ask, sanya vedita nirodha is a temporary suspension of consciousness when nothing is experienced. Nibbana is complete ending of defilements, which is no raga, no dvesha, no moha. So basically, what I'm doing, Bobby, that I'm watching people in the swimming pool and they are doing whatever they're doing. And for that moment, I lose the identity of the people in the swimming pool and the person who is seeing it. And it looks nothing to me. It just looks as a collection of rupa for which there is no vedana, there is no sanya, there is no sankhara, and there is no vijnana. What it would transform as an experience, at least in my case, this is what I could experience, is the rupa will just get like what Goenka technique teaches you about kalapa. The vedana will become, what would happen to vedana? You will have upekha. There is no reaction. You just see arising and passing away of the feeling. That's upekha. In fact, that tallies with the sutta 48.38 and 48.40, which I had shared earlier. That's exact experience I had. Even though the Bhante in Sri Lanka told me that I am a Jati Sotapanna, I can really confirm that through the sutta also and my experience as well. Okay. So what happens? You will have upekha, meaning perfect equanimity, that the feelings are just arising and passing and nothing else, anicca in the feeling. Then what happens to sanya? The sanya, the perceptions, whatever I had, will have anicca sanya in its place. It was nicca sanya, that is the people playing in the swimming pool. They always play in the swimming pool. But now I see there's no one to play in any swimming pool. So the sanya perception is changed. And what happened to the sankhara? It becomes samatha, stilled up. For that moment, there is no experience. Experience. I'm again repeating this word, experience, because there should be someone to experience it. But there's no experience. And because of that, the vijnana doesn't arise. It becomes nirodha. At that conclusion, you attain nibbana. So this nibbana is seen by a sotapanna. This nibbana is seen by sakadagami. This nibbana is also seen by anagami. And this nibbana is seen by arhat. Clear? Now, when you come to sakadagami stage, what really happens to a person is that his Kamachanda and Vyapada, which are two things of a what we can say duality. When we say dual, it's nothing but Vyapada and Kamachanda. That's it. Like I have a wife, it's duality. Wife also exists, husband also exists. So when husband and wife are there, there is always friction. Who is right and who is wrong? So the Vyapada can be called as ill will in an overall sense, but it is not just ill will. It can be spite, it can be anger, it can be irritation, it can be agitation, it can be arguments, it can be whatever under that whole thing that I feel in dukkha. I mean, I feel painful. The relationship with anyone I have is painful. Why? Because I want that person or that thing to behave in one particular way while it doesn't work that way. So, as long as there is Kamachanda that I would like it to work this way, so long the Vyapada is going to be there. So, what in my understanding about what Shainiel is talking or Ravindra is talking is, if I've understood them correctly, is that before they came to this stage of Sanya Vedita Nirodha, they already did not have much of their Vyapada because their requirement itself is so less. Like in the case of Ravindra, as much as I've watched him, he doesn't have many requirements in his life. Even though he might be having iPhone or laptop or whatever, he's working with an organization, earning salary, whatever. But per se, he doesn't have much of a requirement in terms of how the sight should be, how the sound should be, how the taste should be, how the touch should be, how the smell should be. So the thoughts don't take over. So there's no chanda, interest in how this should be. Basically, each person has something to say that what will I eat? This is the question. What will I see? What will I hear? What will I touch? What will I taste? These five things. So we all are in search of what I want, right? And that's what is called Kamachanda in real sense. Even on work, when we go to work, we still have what will I eat? What will I wear? What will I do? What will I do? What will I do is the major question, right? So we feel bored because can't do the same thing. So you want something new. So what will I do now? Oh, let me go to a movie. Oh, what will I do now? Let me go to a cafeteria. Oh, what will I do now? Let me buy something. What will I do now? So this thing in Shainiel or in Ravindra, this would have got reduced without their knowledge. Okay. So when it happened, they might not be knowing, but if they were knowing it, it would have been better rather than assuming that they already had it. So let's take that they knew it or they don't know it. So the Vyapada is reduced because as much as Kamachanda is not there, so much the irritation is not there. The irritation happens because what will I do? And I don't get a proper thing there, so there's an irritation. Or that converts itself into agitation, then restlessness in terms of possessing it, and then get into anger, or then ends up in ill will because I find somebody took it and I don't get it. So it doesn't satisfy. So let's say I'm standing in the airport and we all are standing in a line, been hours, and somebody pushes his way in to get his boarding pass. I'm upset. Why? I was already upset due to standing in the line. It was just waiting for this to happen, that somebody pushes himself ahead of the line. And then what happens? They say, sir, please go back. And then what happens? This person, instead of going back, says that I'm going to go front. Now he's already in Kamachanda earlier itself. So what happens to Vyapada? It comes out. Simple example I could give you, which happens everywhere. So we make sure that people follow the line. Why? Because it's Kamachanda. And in India, why it lands up in mess? Because everybody wants it to be delivered immediately. Because of the number of population and unruly nature of people in general. So they push everywhere. So there's nothing called line. Why do you require a line? So that the discipline you bring in, it doesn't mean that they don't have Kamachanda. They are forcing themselves to behave in a line. But the upset is happening. And then the ill will comes out on that person who has crossed the line or gone ahead. So I then have a very strong sense. So in the case of Ravindra and Shainiel, this might not have happened that much. So maybe when Ravindra is able to speak, he's joined, but whenever he's able to speak, can clarify to you, Bobby, on what was his state. And hence it is imperative, it's good for all of us to know that we have reached Sotapanna stage, which is you will experience Nibbana, as opposed to Sanya Vidita Nirodha. So don't think that a Sotapanna person is attaining Sanya Vidita Nirodha. No, he'll attain Nibbana. Yes, Bobby.
Okay, thank you, Vidashi. See, another thing, now you told many things, but I just want to ask Ravindra that he knew that he was a Sakidagami much before, like because before he attained the Anāgami stage. And also, as per when he was talking yesterday, what I understood is that, I think I heard from him also before when I spoke to him, he could get into jhana. But when this particular experience was happening, that time he was not in jhana. Even Shani also told me that when this was happening, I don't think I was in jhana. No, he went into the Nirodha Samapati stage. So it is not, what I understand is, he didn't go into jhana and then attain Nirodha Samapati, or it just happened. Will you be able to say something
No,
about
that,
that?
I don't think so. They both meant like that, unless we could question them again next time when we meet and they're able to speak. I mean, today Shainiel is not there. He couldn't have attained this without being in jhana.
Or
This,
even Ravindra was in jhana before he attained this Nirodha Samapati.
yes, he was in 8 jhana. He yesterday also he told he's been developing 8 jhana for a long time. He
No,
said,
I heard that, but when he was having this Nirodha Samapati experience, he went to 8 jhana and then he went there, right?
yes, what happens here, Bobby, if your concern is that is a 8 jhana necessary for 9 jhana, and the answer is yes, because you need to have closure of perception to not have feeling. So you would, it all depends on briefly you want to get into 8 jhana and then takes you to 9, or it might take a longer time in 8 jhana and turn into 9. It depends on person to person. So we can't brand it and say that, you know what, okay, in Shainiel said like this, he attended like this, but why it's like that? No, that doesn't work. So one thing we need to know, that we have to be in jhana from 1 to 8, both in ascending and descending order, before you can get into Anāgami stage. And it's there in Sutta itself.
Yeah, Vidashi, yeah, I know for that, both of them, I heard from that. They were very good in getting into 8 jhanas and, they have become expertise in that. But what I'm saying, Now, as per the sutras, and from I think if I heard it correctly, as per the sutras also, that people become got this, arhant or whatever enlightenment is, even without maybe fourth jhana or even without I don't know, like but in sutras I've read like that, in fourth jhana you become an arhant.
Yes. Why not?
Yeah.
Why
So
that? Why that doubt, Bobby? Even in first jhana, you can turn yourself into an arhat. Why go till four? If
yeah.
you
So
if you
then why
see in
you
Jhana
need jhana?
Sutta, if you go to Jhana Sutta in Anguttara Nikaya 9.34, it explains through Etan Santan, Etan Panitan in first jhana itself and second jhana itself, third and fourth. It depends on the mentality of the person, Bobby, rather than anything fixated about it. And now in the Kitagiri Sutta in MN 70, Buddha explains seven kind of individuals. If you've really seen it, there is
Yeah.
Kaya Sakhi. It doesn't mean that every person have to become a Kaya Sakhi. No, it need not be. A person can
No, no.
enter. Yes.
Actually, I just now heard from you just now saying that he has to be in eighth jhana. So you're saying that maybe I didn't understand correctly.
No, for an
Just
Arhat. I'm
now,
talking about Arhat. You started with Arhat, so I spoke about Arhat. I'm not talking about Anagami.
so, so what do you mean? Like Anagami should go into eighth jhana or
See, Bobby,
what
it's
is?
like this. If you look at Kitagiri Sutta, it's very clear. That is Kaya Sakhi. Kaya Sakhi is 8 jhanas. And Buddha talks a lot about 8 jhanas. And also he talks about without having to be in jhana, you can get into arhat. Because if you're going on Panya Vimukti side, you don't have to get into the this is like Ubato Bhaga Vimukti, that is freed from both sides. So you can go through the Chitta Vimukti and the Panya Vimukti. There are many people who go through Panya Vimukti as opposed to Chitta Vimukti or Cheto Vimukti. So, Bobby, it is not imperative, mandatory that you need to get into 8 jhanas. But one thing we need to know that we are neither by this Ugatitanyu or Vipachitanyu to get into Panya fruit. We are Neya unless by some luck you are a Vipachitanyu and Ugatitanyu. That means by now you have crossed the Anāgami and you are almost in the Arhat Palasamapati. And that case alone, there is no need for entering into any jhana because ultimately you have to let go of jhana because it develops Ruparaga and Aruparaga. So many traditions, they don't recommend jhana at all because you ultimately have to give up in case of arhat. You have to let go of that Ruparaga. This is nothing but jhana. So to answer to your question in a straight way is not possible because we need to know what is the state of a person, whether it is a Padaparma or is a Neya or is a Vipachitanyu or Rugatitanyu. And then we can make an assessment, you know what, this person is a Vipachitanyu. For him, this is the root. Oh, this guy is a Ugatitanyu, so this is the root. Oh, this guy is a Neya. Oh, my goodness, so he has to have this root. Oh, this guy is a Padaparma. That means in this life, he can't get anywhere. Just he can have some faith in Buddha and reborn as a human and start working. So we don't know,
Okay.
Bobby.
So Milaki, in that case, now what I understand is that an arham can be become without even a jhana,
Yes.
like or that it's the same principle. Even anagami also can become without
No,
jhana. So if that
no,
is
no,
no,
no, no.
okay,
Again, I say no because if you look at Kitagiri Sutta and many other suttas, he talks about Anagami. There are many suttas which talks about Anagami. You will know for yourself, Bobby. There's no confusion at all that without jhana you can't move a single step forward. Not at all. You
this is a little bit of puzzling for me, Vilasi, because when you say you don't need to attain jhana for becoming an arahant, and then you can't become a jhana without you can't become an anagami without attaining 8 jhanas. So
it
like
depends on your
so after we become
status. No, Bobby,
No,
it
no.
depends
After
on your status.
Anāgami,
Bobby, can you
no,
can you
no.
find? No, no, Bobby, do me a small favor. Can you find out from your Bhante or whomever you are in touch with? Are you a Padaparma or a Neyya or a Vipachitanya or Ugatitanya? Please do that. That will
That,
give you the complete
that,
answer.
yeah, but actually, my question is not completed, you know.
Yeah, sure.
So what I was saying that what you said now that for the Parma and then I understand that in this times, you know, you also told me before, you know, I don't have to ask, like, you know, in our time, most of the people are Naya, you know, they have to do this hard job. So you are saying that, you know, in this time, if you practice jhanas, that is a way, and you can reach there. That makes sense. That I understood. But you know, what I'm saying is that when you said just now that an arahant can become an arahant without having jhana, but you told that anagami cannot be like that. But then an arahant will become arahant anyway after becoming anagami, right?
No, you're missing the point itself, Bobby. Now, if you look at, I'm again and again bringing you back to Kitagiri Sutta. You please understand there are 7 individuals. Saddhanusari will go through jhana. Dhammanusari will not go through jhana. So when he becomes Sotapanna, he is on a Panya route. For whatever reason, he is on Panya route. He doesn't have to satisfy a condition which is meant for that. Then he has Saddha Vimukto, which is nothing but Sotapanna. So this is the third one. Then you get into this Kayasakhi. And Buddha says there is many things this Kayasakhi has to do. And then there is this Panya Vimukto. And then there is Upato Bhaga Vimukto. These are the 7 individuals. Now, if your starting point is Dhammanusari as opposed to Saddhanusari, then he can become an Arhat, he can become an Anāgami without having to take this Kayasakhi route. Because what happens here, his Panya is so developed that it cuts off the need for Samadhi in full, because the 5 Indriyas, right, the Saddha Indriya, the Sila Indriya, sorry, Sati Indriya, like that, there is one Indriya which is very predominant, is Samadhi Indriya. In all of us, we have more Samadhi Indriya, and that's the reason you would like to sit and meditate. If you are telling to me that your nature is not to sit and meditate, but to investigate, then you are a person, as explained in the Uganda Sutta, that the samatha versus vipassana, there are people who do vipassana first and then the samatha, and not otherwise, right? So then the general trend is samatha and then vipassana, but you are someone who are, or that person is someone who is on vipassana and not much of samatha. And there are people who are in these two brackets, as in Ugatitanyu, Vipachitanyu, they don't require samatha at all. They can be only in vipassana. There's another kind of individual who doesn't require this. That means the need for having to have a jhana in Anāgami doesn't even exist, doesn't even qualify. So what happens? Once he turns himself into a Sakatagami, instantaneously he is in Nirodha Samapatti, because he doesn't have to do the 8 jhanas, he just have to do the 4 jhanas, which anyway he would have done it. So there's no requirement to get into Arupa jhana. When it gets into Upekha, he automatically experiences Nirodha Samapatti. Which means there's no Sanya and Vedana. And after that, his Raga, Dvesha, Moha is completely cut off, the defilements ended, he becomes an Arhat. So the steps required for a person like this is called as, there is Danda Binya, Kippa Binya. So this person is a Kippa Binya. His progress is pretty fast because he is on Panya. Ultimate aim is what? Sila, Samadhi, Panya. If you're already on Panya, that means you don't require to have the Sila and Samadhi completely established. So that's right. I again stick by what I'm saying. For an Arhat, there can be two routes. One through this route of Chito Vimukti, one through Panya Vimukti, or both as in Ubato Bhaga Vimukti. But as far as the status of Anāgami goes, he can also have two kinds. Majority of the people get into 8 jhanas unless otherwise this person already is in a, like explained in Yuganda Sutta, that he's already in Panya. And that's an exception. If that is true, absolutely there is no need for him to get into the jhana or anything like that. So as long as I know I am a Vipachitanyu, Ugatitanyu, it's possible. I've never heard any Neya getting into this, but I might be wrong because I've read the book from Saido, Lady Saido, and he says it is not possible. Maybe there can be possibility. So I don't want to close the door saying that it's not possible. Maybe it is possible. But whatever it is, that person himself will come to know where he has reached, as opposed to other people commenting on his or her status and trying to find out how it happened or what happened. They might not even know. Who can know then what have really happened? These are the people who are on Ubato Bhaga Vimukti. They can exactly see when did it change, when did the status change. Otherwise, it's difficult because the status change is in the Panya, but what they are doing is Samadhi. And how did it take them to Panya? They might not be aware. So this we have to give them a benefit of doubt, and it takes a lot of time, at least few months, for them to stabilize to see how did they reach, because it will show to them over a period of time.
Okay, yeah, so I think I get it, got that now, what you're saying, you know. So
Yeah.
now you're saying actually, so in this time, most of the people are Maya, so they have to practice this jhanas and, you know, get to samadhi strong. Unless their panya is very strong, they can still reach, but that is very exception, that is very rare.
Yeah,
Very,
and even
how,
in the even when Ashwin shared that assistant teacher's document, or his mother shared that document, even Goenka is very clear in this direction. He says it is required to attain 8 jhanas for Anāgami. There is no escape from it. And since I am not supposed to show that document all the time to all the people, I am not doing it. Otherwise, he has sent me a clipping itself, or his mother has sent me a clipping itself. And it is true.
okay, thank you, Vilashi. And this last question, actually it was for Ravindra, but you know, what is that? Maybe I'll ask him later, that he knew that he was a Sakitagami before. No, so whether he knew that he was a Sakitagami before attaining.
Maybe he can type it out and say whether he knew it or not. So
Yes,
that
Bobby sir, I knew that I was that I shared with Vila sir.
Okay, so you already knew that you are Sakitagami, your Kamachandra is very weak. Kamachandra and Vyapata is very weak.
Yeah, yeah.
Bobby, not
Thank
only,
you.
yeah, sure, Bobby, it's a good question. Not only he knew it, even I know it from the time I'm interacting with Ravindra. I've been observing a lot when he was at my home. He has been at my home many times. And not only this lay tour, what we had, I was 90+% sure that he will complete the journey of Anāgami very soon, from his attitude towards life, from the way he talks, the way he is, and the way he sits in meditation. So I knew it. This guy is another potential candidate than the whole group of Hindi people what I have. Okay. Just like I saw in the eyes of Shainiel this time around when I met Ravindra in the airport, Delhi airport, I knew something is going to happen pretty soon. But I didn't expect it's going to happen so fast, but I knew it something is going to happen. He's moved ahead. Because when I saw Shainiel also in April, I had this feeling that this guy has moved away from Sakatagami stage. So it's nice. I'm seeing one person really moving away from Sakatagami. And Sotapanna itself is, people say, impossible. And now we have someone who is ahead the race. Very nice. And when I saw him in Delhi airport, I felt the same thing about Ravindra. I didn't tell him that because that would disturb his mind. I just left him the way he wanted to meditate. And he's been doing it. I know he's been doing it. I didn't have to do anything. Just like I didn't have to do anything to Shainiel, except for telling him, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And he was able to get it. And that's all I wanted. I didn't want to teach anything in detail or in whatever it is. Just show them, oh, why don't you do this way? And they get it because they have been in that. Like Ariu's earlier manager, George, I just didn't do anything. I just said to him, this is how you need to do it. And he got it. He didn't take even a, I don't think so. Ariu, he took more than 10 minutes to get what I was saying. And we sat in the car and that's it. He got it. So I would expect somebody to come like that. Actually, I want everyone to get it like this. Got it. No debates, no arguments, no cross this, cross that, and discussions and meaning, and this meaning mean that, and that meaning mean this, and language and syntaxes, and why this, why that, why? When you can eat the fruit, just pick it and eat it. And that's all I actually wanted. But that can't happen. So I had to put in a lot of effort, in do a lot of things to make that happen. Anyway, I'm happy that Ravindra could get it. Yes, Bobby, go ahead.
Yeah, like I also felt very happy. Yesterday I couldn't speak anything, but thank you, Virasji, first of all, because you are the cause of this. Your guidance helped all of us, and now David Virasji's attainment makes me feel very happy and encouraged because it is a confirmation. So yeah, hopefully we all will get inspiration and practice well.
You would also, Bobby. So I have some plans for you when I come to Australia next month. So we'll see in what way can I.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, Bobby. Go ahead.
No. Thank you very much for your compassion. All what you are showing to all of us and including myself. Definitely, I will follow your. Already, it is helping me a lot, but there is something remaining anyway. So that's for sure. So definitely, all this what is happening is a great inspiration.
Yeah, and one small thing for you, Bobby, if you're very interested, there is Uganda in Khuddaka Nikaya. Patisambhidha Magga Pali is a commentary by Sariputta. If you read, it's roughly around 100 pages of literature. I'll try to get you a English translation of Uganda. And if you're really keen and interested, and then I can share that with you, and it'll tell you about how these five indriyas will get balanced and in arhat, irrespective of whether he started from the this samadhi or not, or directly onto panya, and how that works. That means a person X, let's say Ajahn Chah as an example, versus Ajahn Lee, or take Ajahn Mun as an example. And that person would be doing both the things together simultaneously, samatha and vipassana, and then he gets into go around. It's called going around. Now, what you do is in that going around, you take vipassana, continuous investigation in the reality rather than samatha. It's a very rare thing that you can take up. Meaning, what I want to say is, let's say I would like to see nature of things, and without stilling the mind, I would like that nature of things to appear. But in this person's case, it's so his intellect is so sharp. I'm using the word intellect because that's how you cut it. So you take the intellect and it's so sharp, like a sharp knife. It cuts everything it sees and hears and tastes and touch and smell, and always cuts it into 5 parts. And when it cuts into 5 parts, the person can penetrate, keep on penetrating all the time. And then a very strange phenomena happens. He doesn't have to attain arupa jhanas at all, but he's in arupa because sanya vidya nirodha is arupa. So what basically happens to that person is that he'll go to the fourth jhana, because how does he go to fourth jhana as a panya vimukta? Is very easy. His vitakka vichara is 5 aggregates as opposed to the breath. So his piti is 5 aggregates. His sukha is 5 aggregates. And upekha anyway is 5 aggregates. So there's nothing as a person. So instantaneously he attains sanya videta nirodha, because there's no perception, there's no feeling. So did he have to sit down or do something as 8 jhanas and all that? No, at all. Absolutely not. How do I know it? Because I can do it, and hence I know it. How do I know I can attain 8 jhanas? Because I know it, I can do it. How do I know I've attained 9 jhana? Because I've seen it and known it. In my case, specifically. So can I be an upato bhaga vimukta? May happen. May happen. I don't know. Can I be panya vimukta? Doubtful. Can I be chito vimukta? Yes, I'm already. But the panya is missing. So can I attain panya on its own? Answer is no. Because I'm more tuned towards cheto vimukti than panya vimukti. Because that's my limitation, Bobby, or for everyone. It's my limitation. Now, what I can do with limitation? Just accept the limitation and do what is required. So, can I become an arhat? Can you reach arhat phala samapatti? Yes, why not? Keep working. You will get it. Nothing like, no, you can't get it. No, you will get it. Just keep working. So, it's possible. But through which route is possible? That person himself will come to know based upon his strength. So I'll try to send you that Uganda document of Sariputta. It gives you a very clear-cut information on what it really means between Vipassana and Samatha. Because we have this confusion also. When we come from Goenka technique, we have all of these confusions. And then Sariputta, the way he puts it is too good. It will seem like Sariputta is talking to us and saying that, hey, Vilas, come on, this is how it works. So nice. Okay, so
Thank you. Thank you, Vilas.
yeah, sure. Yesterday, as I promised, today I have not animated. If you didn't observe it, I'm literally in my natural state, how it should have been if I was an Anāgami. I told you yesterday, and I would have forgotten. So after this much of time, I thought it is right time to come back to my normal state. Is this unanimated? It's boring, actually. Yes, go ahead, Harry.
I felt you're slightly kinder today for some reason earlier. I was thinking,
Yes, I am kinder.
he doesn't criticize much.
No, I criticize basically to shake people up. I'd rather slumber. So I show that I'm fighting and okay, say this and all that. It's nothing. So today I thought, let me go to the most softest side of how I do, so that you will come to see the change that I am like this, not like what you see every day. Yes, Kalyan.
So it's not boring. I love it. Also, regarding the queries Bobby sir is asking you, I think also, and also your intention to clear the doubts by giving sutras, but a personal understanding I had yesterday after Ravindra sir told something and you say, and then I decided to meditate on breath. Then after that, today I understood what Ravindra ji said this morning. Yeah, it's very different to observe the breath and being with the breath. And automatically now I know I'm in the first and I have not eaten second because now even the thoughts also that arises doesn't stick more than 2 seconds. And you can test the chanas are actually is like a measuring thing to see how much focus you have. You just have to look at that. So I know the moment focus goes, thoughts arise. Thought comes down, focus arises.
Exactly.
So yeah, so
It is.
I
It
think
is.
people should put into practice more than yesterday. That helped. I think more than reading or confusing with because I was getting too much confused with so many stuff explaining what is jhana. Then I thought, why not practice properly? So yesterday, like 98% time I was focusing. It's only those four thoughts are like 2% time that picked and came down. So then I understood what Ravindraji said, like how I can only like imagine how he had seen the like going of the like kata, what do you call it? Like, the second and minute, and then how he saw. So it's just a glimpse. I think I can relate now what he said. But
Good.
yes,
Good.
it's nice.
Yeah. So let's understand step by step things what we need to do for ourselves. First thing, right? So I don't think so. We all have a problem with sila. That's not an issue. But we have problem with samadhi. Okay. Now the first thing we need to do in samadhi is not to have a time. The moment you set a time, it's failure. You already failed. No time. Don't say, after 1 hour I'll sit. Yes.
Yes, sir. So yesterday also one dialogue helped me, which was I found it I somewhere that it was old, then it popped back. It was like as you look at object with your eyes, look at your chitta that way, and as if some enemies like throwing something or throwing a sword towards you. It's like that. So that analogy of flame on the head, I only got yesterday. So that motivated me to stay with the breath like the whole day. I think those kind of lines, it's a good reminder. Even now, it's like it's reminding me. So it's not letting the thoughts, my focus to go away from the breath.
Yeah. So the basic aim is that you need to know that the breath going away is death. So just be on death, not breath. Be on the death. Automatically don't miss watching the breath at all. Is there a time for dying? Just ask this question. Is there a time for dying? No. When the breath stops, the person is dead. Just take that. Don't say, I am busy in this meeting and that one and that other one, and I'm having a lot of work to do. I need to iron my shirt, or I need to bath, or I need to, just leave it. Okay? There's nothing like that. Just be on the breath. Simple. What you do to get there, up to you. So you want to go by mind illuminated, or you want to go by Goenka, you want to go by Webu side, or you want to go by Pak tradition, you want to go by Ajan tradition, this tradition, that tradition, doesn't matter. Whatever works for you, just take that. Then the second thing, once you're on the breath, you get into samatha. Make that your house. Then the third one, come into vipassana, which we have not done so far on going, not Goenka's vipassana, Buddha's vipassana. We need to do that. We are not yet done in a proper way. So we need to get into vipassana. To get into vipassana, you need to have first 4 jhanas. You need to have a stable ground. At present, our ground is not at all there. Forget stable or unstable. So first, let's get there. Let's get there. By which time you're a sotapanna, because you've seen the 5 aggregates or something of that related to it, or you've understood what Buddha is trying to say. Either way, you get into sotapatti phala, and then you know that you've eaten the fruit. Make sure you're past that. Don't have a doubt whether I'm sotapanna or not. I don't think so. No, I think so. Who will tell me? What will tell me? Nothing like that. You need to know. Simple. Don't tell that I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? You should know. That's it. There's nothing like I don't know. Know it. Who will tell me? Why somebody should tell you? Buddha is there to tell you in the sutta. Just see that. You have one Kalyan Mitra. If you think this guy sitting here doesn't work for you, throw that and take another one. Doesn't matter. It's all about the tools. So if this tool is not working, throw it and take another tool. You're not doing any favor to anyone. You're doing favor to yourself. So just do it. Then when you know there is sotapanna, that will reduce your impact. Of what? Impact of reactions. Because you know you have reached here. Things become easy. So like what Ravindra was saying, he knew that he was a Sakadagami, but he didn't say. That's okay. Somebody says or doesn't say, it doesn't make any difference. But he knew it. Right? And Shainiel also knew it. It's not that Shainiel didn't know it and then he just started guessing, I don't know what it is. He knew it. In fact, he told me also, I know that I'm a Sakadagami. When I told him, he said, you're right. I also know I'm a Sakadagami. So he was not waiting for my validation. That means he also knows, I also know. That's how Buddha Dhamma works. If some people sitting here feel that I should give a certificate, sir, please tell me, am I Sotapanna? I will not do it. I will never do it. That's a mistake. Why? It will blindly make him believe it. Rather, I'll shake his stuff itself. Like how I animate, like that. So today, no animation. Literally unanimated. Okay, I'm not pretending, but this is my natural state, which I don't really use it because I always want to shake people from their dreams. Just shake them off. Then only they'll do something. Yes, I do.
I felt you animated a little bit just now, right?
Yeah, but it comes. So and I'm shutting it down. Yes, go ahead.
Also, sir, I know you are in a much higher level because right now, while I'm talking to you, if I take my gaze towards you, my focus, I know my focus is weak. So if I'm keeping breath at my focus, then I cannot look at you. But you are doing the same. You're looking at everyone and talking with that, like with your breath. So I know that that requires time for me, and I'll work on that.
Yes, Madhukarji.
Good morning, sir. Mohammed.
Good morning, Namo Buddhaya.
So when I was doing the workshop, I realized that you are a very good recognizer, but you don't speak. But that made me feel that I had also started realizing myself, and I feel that way that soon I'll be able to tell you something.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
good, very nice. I know you're getting in there. I'm very happy. You do it yourself, and you will see. And that happiness, what comes after knowing it for yourself, is far better than somebody spoon feeding you and saying that, you are this. That takes off that enjoyment. Oh, I did it. Okay, for validation.
Actually, yeah,
Yes,
actually, last time during the workshop, I gave you the example of litmus test.
yes.
That was my stupidity, actually. Why I can't do a litmus test myself like that?
You should, yes, you should do it. Anyway, coming back to this point is that be on the breath. Start vipassana of what Buddha says. Take anything you want. Take the five aggregates, take only the rupa, take only the feeling or perception or whatever you want, or patisamutpada, that is dependent origination, whichever works for you, you can take. And if you don't know it, no problem. I'm there to help. But keep your samatha going. Don't just fall on vipassana, because I don't think so any one of us today, at least, are in a position of vipachitanyu and ugatitanyu. We are not. So we should not pretend something which we are not. It's not going to work. And many people have wrong opinion that we shouldn't get into jhana. Yes, I agree, because it is an attachment. But we are helpless. You can't do anything. If you want to leave Kamachanda, you need to come to jhana. What else will you do? You just can't imagine that I'll get panya. It was there. Would have done it long time ago. Since we don't have panya, we should do samadhi. There's nothing shying away from it. And yeah, it might take longer time for us to get into arhat, because you need to unwind this jhanic thing and come back. And somebody would say, why first get into it and then do a lot of work to get out of it? Right? Any sensible person would say that, which makes sense. But what to be done? There's nothing else we can do. We can't help it. So we have to do it. And even um, this arhat or panya vimukti person would have done 4 jhanas, and that's the reason samma samadhi ends up with 4 jhanas. That's the reason Buddha never talks about 8 jhanas in samma samadhi, because only 4 jhanas are sufficient. There's no 8 jhanas per se, because it's panya. You don't require that at all. So what Bobby asked a question is a beautiful question. I would also ask that. But it's for whom? It's for a person who is on panya. But I doubt whether any one of us qualify for that, unless I'm totally wrong in what I'm seeing. I would just follow this track, do your best, and don't leave the breath, even for a moment. Whether you follow Goenka, you follow whomever, it doesn't matter. The mind illuminated, mind unilluminated, or whatever that is, it doesn't matter. Take it. Breath is important for all of us, because we don't have that panya. From where will you get it? Just take the breath. Chuladasa has explained it beautifully in the 10 stages. Master all the 10 stages for yourself, and then drop that off. Come to Anapana Sati Sutta of Buddha, many of these things will drop off. The stage 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 of Chuladasa makes no sense. 5, 6, 7 somewhat makes sense. 8, 9, 10 is what you're supposed to be. So when you're on Anapanasati Sutta, MN 118, you are in 8, 9, 10. So the 1 to 4 is just elementary syllabus. Okay, 1 to 4. 5, 6, 7 is okay. 8, 9, 10 is important. But what to do? Even that I cannot do. So I have to come to 1, 2, 3, 4. There's nothing I can do. He says sit in one place every day, sit in that same place and watch the breath. Because I can't do it. She's not wrong. If I was doing it, I would have done on 10th itself. Why I should go to 1? Can be on 10. Like Veena, she is attending from the last so many months this Australian thing. She attends in the afternoon, 1 hour. If she asks herself, what did I get out of it? She has not got anything out of it. She also knows she is not God. I also know she is not God. But I don't know how to help her because she is very restless. What to do? Nothing can be done. She has to keep on doing this. I can't do a magic wand and say, Veena, just close your eyes for a second. Let me. Now you see. Hope I could do that. I see her. I feel very compassionate for Veena that she should get. Mrityunjay also same thing. He has a lot of knowledge. He's a knowledgeable person. But that doesn't help in this life for him. But he has learned a lot of things and is very dedicated. He is associated with Mahabodhi Society in Bangalore. And in fact, the husband and wife have totally dedicated themselves for this. Now, what happens for them? If a question is asked, what happens to them? They will turn to be Sotapanna before death. And that's it. There ends the matter. In this life, that's all what they are meant to be. That's fine. No, I want to become an Anāgami. Okay, try. Keep trying. What else can be done? Right? So he might fly down to Australia along with me. That's the max he can do. See, now he has money, he has his son, he has everything working for him. He can fly to Australia. Let's hope that he get the visa also to Australia. And he flies. And he does the retreat with all of us. It's good. But that's the max he can do. What else can be done? But I know for sure he getting into Sakadagami is almost impossible unless some magic happens. I know it. If you ask, I can say he doesn't. It will be too blatant, too sharp, and that will make him feel unhappy. So it closes the door. It's not good for me to say that. So what I should say, still there is chance. And in fact, there is a chance for all of us, including Veena, because the conditions can change. So I don't want to guess or say anything, even though I can see it from their eyes. I sometimes don't say, because that stops their progress. If it's something positive also can change. If it is negative also can change, because change is the only reality. Right? So anything can change. Mrityunjay might reach Sakadagami before he is dead and gone. Can happen. Why it shouldn't happen? So let him keep trying till the end of his breath. Let him do it. Same thing with Veena. She can do it. And same thing with Ari. Why not? Keep on working. Like the Nike ad. Just do it. Keep doing it. So if I start validating every person sitting around here, I can, but it's not good. So what I do is I tell only those people when I see that they've reached and they know they've reached, It becomes very easy. Okay. I could have informed Ravindra in the Leh airport when we were catching the flight. I was able to see his eyes saying that, Ravindraji, don't worry, you're already there. He wouldn't have progressed. He has felt that, oh, I'm already an Anāgami. No, but he was not. What should I say? I said, you keep doing. That's what I would do, even for you, Kalyan. I know in few weeks you're going to be hitting a gold mine. So I don't want to say that what that gold mine would be. So I want you to experience it yourself, know it for yourself. Because Buddha Dhamma is something, is knowing for sure, no guessing.
So yesterday also, I understood one thing about me. I just rushed to get something was not letting me get.
Yes.
So I just so not even thinking if you're saying like in weeks I'm getting something, and I have no expectation. I will just watch my best and let's see what it brings.
It will. In few weeks' time, I think so. Even before I would have left for Australia, you would have got somewhere. So just keep working. It will work out for you. Right. So I want, in my deep down my heart, even for Bobby or for others whom I personally met, I want them to progress in a way that they know it for themselves. But when we leave our thing to others to decide, then we are troubling ourselves. There's no need. Why? Buddha Dhamma is the only Dhamma in this world where you can know it yourself. For all others, you require somebody to qualify. In Christianity, a priest has to qualify, or an archbishop has to qualify, or somebody has to qualify to you, or a pope has to qualify to you. They don't accept. For an angel state or some state, whatever they call, they don't. They don't accept. The pope has to say. Why should pope say? It should be said by the Holy Spirit. In fact, the word spirituality means Trinity: God, Christ, and Holy Spirit. The word spirituality is that, Holy Spirit. So it's actually Trinity. So why should an agent tell what's your status? Why should somebody say that you're a saint? The question comes for sainthood. Like Mother Teresa, why should somebody say she's a saint? Her actions are saintly. Why should somebody give a label as saint? Because an agent is required to say so. Even in Hindu, somebody has to say so. In Muslim, somebody has to say so. Only two things, two religions who don't, in fact, they're not religions per se. They don't agree with this coinage. One is Buddha and one is Jain. Thus, nobody needs to tell you where you are. You can find it yourself. And that's the reason it's called Samanamagga, meaning self-achieving. Why you require someone? No, you yourself will know it. And it doesn't matter whether you know Pali or whatever, it doesn't matter. The awakening moment is an awakening moment. It cuts off all languages. So why obsessed with language? Why obsessed with Bhante or whatever it is? No. Instead of spending time with Bhante, spend time on yourself. Invest time on yourself. They are also seeking. So why should I go with a seeker? I will go to the person who has sought it. Why seeking person? What will he do to me? Nothing. There's absolutely no use. Who is sought? All arhats and Samma Sambuddha. So when you say Samma Sambuddha, it means a person has given complete knowledge. Hasn't Buddha given the complete knowledge? Why should I go and ask someone? Not required. For that reason, something I'm not able to understand, so I require a Kalyan Mitra or a friend, companion. Fine, fair. Beyond that, I don't require somebody who just gives a talk. Why waste time? That I would do for myself. When Veena told me, why don't you go and meet some arhats? Why? When I'm meeting arhat in the sutta, why I should go and meet an arhat on outside who doesn't even say he's an arhat, and people assume he's an arhat, which makes no sense. Why should I go and meet him? For what? Sir, you're an arhat. How are you, sir? So, what will he say? You tell me, what will he say? He is happy because he has no rebirth. Rebirth ended, which is good. I know rebirth is ended. So what's there to celebrate there? It's ending of rebirth, and that's it. It's like going to a movie and they're showing the names of all the people. That's it. And I go and watch that names of the people, their contributors and blah 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 blah, all that. I can see that. Yes, fine. Yes, that's correct. So the movie is ended. I have entered the the theater at the time when the movie is ended. So it's so nice. The movie is ended. Oh, yes, that's correct. Ended. Ending of defilements. What will he teach me? He will only say, Vilas, you have to end the defilements, which I also know how to end defilements. So what change will it bring in me? Nothing. For that, I have traveled till Bangkok or some other place. And I think by serving him, I become Arhat. Come on. If that was there and anybody could have touched my head, then I would become an Arhat. No, I have to put my own effort, complete dedication to the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Then it works. Then there's nothing like stopping. And that's the reason Buddha says, even Mara cannot come and stop. And it's true. It's irreversible. I mean, say that once you are on this path, the only thing it can do is to end the journey. And that's it. Should I go and validate ending of journey? No. Need not be. Okay, so that's what I wanted to cover today with non-animated state. And tomorrow, Monday, Harry, you need to record because I'll be in office on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, Friday. So 4 days you need to record, and I will then show you what's an unestablished state is, and then I'll show all the colors of Anāgami. Yes, Harry, you had a question.
No, not a question, but now that you've shown your true color, it's kind of obvious to see when you're animating now.
Yes, I am totally animated. I love animating. I love dramatizing things. But today I thought I'll not dramatize at all. Yes.
One question regarding that: when you're animating, let's say you're bringing up some expression, does it bring any emotion in real sense at all? No.
No.
Okay.
No.
So it's not like you can animate the emotions. That you can.
I fake emotions. So I thought, let me do this for you. In fact, there's a person called Naresh. I blasted that guy out yesterday. He would literally be seeing stars because he was asking me something which didn't make sense. So then, out of animation, I blasted him. So today I thought I will not blast anyone. I'll just go on my natural. usual state. Because I love animating. You know why I animate? I don't want people to see a change in me. Okay. So I don't want them to feel different. I'm a different person. Only with few people I show the difference. Like my friends, when I go for a walk, they know I'm different. But nobody else I show. I'll just be natural, playful, and all that, knowing very well I'm not getting a single thing out of that. And since one of you triggered me yesterday, I thought, okay, let me be non-animated. But that's a natural state. This is my natural state. Even in the these retreats, I animate because it charges people. Just okay, just for the sake of it, or heck of it. Then I was thinking, why I should animate? Why? So then, if I keep on doing what I'm doing today, it gets into a state of boredom because there won't be any energy at all. Meaning, there's nothing like going up and down. It's just flat. Because inside, like I'm now, what I'm doing now is so peaceful. Because in animation, I have to put effort. There's absolute no effort. It's just free flow. I can record all of these in a most free flow form. I would be arguing with Bobby or you or anyone just to have fun and shake you. My whole thing is to shake up. Why is he saying like this? I want you to hit yourself. Why? Then you argue and you cry, you do something, and now I get it. That's all I wanted. But with this kind of unanimated, it may or may not, but it might be very, what I can say, deep, meaning you'll like what Shreyas was putting there, refreshing or very calming. But that's not my intent. I want to shake up. Maybe Mrityunjay might sleep with my this monotonous tone lullaby. He might sleep. Anyway, so this is unanimated for more than 1 hour plus. And in this state, I can go for hours together because there's no exhaustion. Any comments? Anyone? There's a 10 others. What you're seeing, what I'm seeing on the board.
So another thing I realized is Anapanasati actually takes the exhaustion away. There's no
Yes.
exhaustion.
Yes, there's no exhaustion.
Everything is like every time like someone is spraying like fresh water on you, and everything is like
Yeah, it is.
it's fresh.
It is cool and refreshing. It's just be on the breath and everything taken care. Okay, any comments? Otherwise, should we end for today? Or today is a holiday, meaning I've taken leave, so I can continue if you want. Whatever you say so. If you're done, I'm also done. So you know the steps. Just be like I was telling Archana yesterday. You just put it. Like I was telling her, she goes by train. So you can put the timer and keep on watching the timer and the breath will automatically happen. Yes, Archana.
Yes, sir, I did that today. I started it.
Okay. It works, right?
Yes, yes, it definitely works. And I sent you one question if it is okay to, if you can answer here, like
Yes, I saw.
the night. Yeah, naturally I wake up at night, but forcefully I sleep.
Yes.
Because I feel at least 6 hours of rest should be there. So,
Okay, so
what do you say?
let me understand and explain to you. So sometime I wake up 3 or 3:30. What you can do is, Archana, if you're feeling um, tired in the body but fresh in the mind, in the supine posture, flat, like this. Just watch the breath. It's a nice thing. How do you watch the breath? Is from toe to head, meaning you feel like the breath is pulling your toe towards the head, and from the head it is throwing out to the toe. So it's just like contracting like this and expanding like this. It's a very nice thing to do. If you don't get sleep, meaning if the mind is completely fresh, your body will get relaxed. That's an advantage. In yoga, this is called yoga nidra. So you can do is to relax all the body parts and hands and shoulders and torso and back and everywhere, whatever is touching to the bed, and focus on breath. Say from 3 o'clock you're woken up and you're not feeling like sleeping. So you make it till 4:30 or whatever time usually would have woken up, and then just do that. In the moment, you might get some sleep or you might get so refreshed in the body. So the body tiredness is gone because mind is fresh. Okay, this is one thing what I would do if I were you. It doesn't matter whether you are having 6 hours sleeps or not, it really doesn't matter. As long as you are fine, body and mind, it should not be an issue. And then you're feeling lethargic because you're not charged up in the body. So this one will help you. As for 12 hours, 7:15 a.m. to around 7:40 p.m., including travel, I'm out of home for work. I also feel like I should wake up and meditate, but rest takes over. No, you don't have to wake up and do all those things like I explained to you yesterday as well. Whenever the eyes opens up, even it is 2:30 in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, just watch the breath. If the body is tired, it will get to sleep. While the mind is awake, the body is completely relaxed like this, and you're watching the breath. Yep. And whenever in the train, let's say you feel sleepy, put on the timer and keep on watching the timer, and you will not get to sleep because sometimes it gets into lethargic mode. Or rather, in Mumbai, the heat will increase, and when the heat increases, your body starts to drain the fluid, so you would feel like sleeping because that's a general tendency to sustain. So the brain will send impulses that let's shut down, it's not working out, and then you have to drink water. Let's say you didn't drink water, then the next thing it does is to go to sleep. So you can do two things: either drink water or you watch this number. You don't have to worry like, okay, you're gone at 7:15 and you're coming back at 7:30, you're tired and all of that. You can use the same thing, whatever you're doing now. Whenever you get time, do this. Whenever you get time, it's not like that. You'll definitely find time. There's no question like whenever. Any other question, Archana, for you? No?
That's it, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sure. Yes, anyone else? Ah, Bobby, you've joined. Okay.
Sorry, Vilas. Yeah, I got something in between, so I had to quit.
No worries. We were almost ending, and I saw you joining. So, Bobby, how was my unanimated talk?
So it was very good, Vilas. So I think you are animating out of compassion to all of us. This is your natural state. That's what you said, right?
Yes.
But sometimes we miss your home humor and all. If it is so serious.
Yes. So, with your question, I would have gone hyper and spoken to you. No, Bobby, that's not how. Today, I'm totally in my natural state with all your same kind of questions.
But usually I never felt you become hyper. At least to me, I didn't feel that.
No, I choose to be little bit of hyper to do something, but today I wanted to show how I would be in the usual state.
Now, Rashi, your answer to my question was, I have a lot of clarity because this was there, But what I understood is that, in modern times, this is for our times, this is samadhi is very much required. That's what you are trying to say.
Yes, Bobby. If we can get it without any problem, why not? You should get panya. But what to do? We are poor guys.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Mrityunjay, go ahead.
Sir, that visa is granted, sir.
Wow. Good news. Excellent. Good. Now you buy the ticket for 30th of December.
Yes, sir. Surely. I'll tell you.
Welcome on board to Brisbane.
Thank you.
See you, Mr. in Brisbane. Yeah, congratulations.
Yes, surely.
Good. Look at the happiness on his face. He looks like it Arhat to me now.
Hope your visit will benefit. When you are coming with Vilas or you coming later?
No, he's going to
later, 30th.
No, he's going to come on 30th of December.
Oh, with all that. Okay.
Yeah.
So then he will go back with you, or?
I am on the same flight. I mean, if he's flying by Qantas, and then yeah, we can go by the same flight. So
no, sir, I don't think he may do it in other flights.
What's that?
My son will.
Oh, your son is going to book you, right? Okay, so then he will book whatever he wants. Okay, no problem.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Yeah.
See, ask him not to do by Singapore Airlines because you have a lot of waiting period between Brisbane, Sydney, or Brisbane to Changi Airport, Singapore. You'll have 6 hours, and then Singapore to Bangalore. So you lose a lot of time. Try whether he can book direct Qantas to Sydney onto Brisbane, and that's the best thing.
So I'll just say.
No, you just check. If he can do it, it is good. Otherwise, if say, Dad, don't trouble me, I will take care of you, then just leave it.
Just leave it, sir. Leave it.
Okay, now you're leaving it, leave it then. No problem.
Okay.
But anyway, congratulations again for getting your visa. Excellent.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, nice. So now it's confirmed that you're coming, and you can message Shainiel, or anyway, Veena will tell him when he meets in the afternoon that you're coming. Welcome.
Okay, sir.
Okay, good day then, and good night, Ariu, and good afternoon once again, Bobby. See you soon on Monday.